Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn how to cut this beautiful wrap gown. So we'll start by marking out the down part. So for this, first of all, mark out 1 inches for joining allowance, and then we'll mark out our round waist, which is 28 inches divided by 4 will give us 7, 1 inches for that, and then 2 inches for joining. We'll be making use of 8 inches for the hip length, and then 40 inches for the round hip. So here we'll still divide the round hip by 4 and then add 2 inches for the joining, after which we'll connect the waist to the hip. Then the full length for this gown is 45 inches. So we'll be minusing half length, which is 15 inches from the 45 inches, or you can just place the tape from 15 inches before you now mark out the full length. Though I added 2 inches for hemming. So you now connect the hip length to the full length like this, after which we'll now cut and then move over to the back part. So for the back part, you just have to place the front on the material like this. I'll be making use of a wrapping slit for this, so I'll first of all mark out 2 inches for the wrap slit. So after which I will now minus 1 inches, making it 1 inches for that, and then 2 inches for the wrap slit. So I will now mark it out like this, and then I will end it at the place I want the slit to start like this. So but if you don't want the slit to be wrapping, you can just decide to cut it with 1 inches for zipper allowance. So basically I make use of 1 inch for zip allowance and then 2 inches for the slit. So that's the reason why the down part is bigger than the upper part. So for the wrap part, I'll be placing the front pattern that we cut out on the material like this to cut the exact replica of the front part, which we'll be using for the wrap. We'll now move over to the upper part. The upper part will have yoke. So I will first of all place the material that I will use for the yoke on the fabric, making sure that I used half inches to place it on the material, because the half inches will be for the joining allowance. So I marked out the length of the yoke. I'll be making use of 6 inches for the yoke length. So from that I will now mark out the shoulder, which is 15 inches divided by 2, 7.5 inches. The armhole length, I make use of 8 inches for the armhole length, then 9.5 inches for the bust point, and then 15 inches plus 1 inches for joining allowance. So we'll now go over to the round bust. So I will be dividing the round bust, which is 36 inches divided by 2, and then 2 inches for joining allowance like we did at the down part. Then the round waist, we'll still do the same thing that we did at the round waist or the down part, making use of 2 inches for joining allowance and then 1 inches for that. So for the armhole curve, I will be making use of 1.5 inches. I will curve it like this, while for the neck line I'll be making use of 4 inches by 4 inches, depend on your choice. You can give it any neck style you want, but for this I'll be making use of circle neckline. So after which I will now cut. See the way I'm cutting everything together like so. That is the reason why I placed the sample lace on the material with with half inches allowance for joining. So for the back part, I'll be placing the front parts like this on the back, and then I'll be marking out 1 inches for zipper allowance, after which I will now cut. Move over to the wrap style. So I will first of all open up the material, and then I will come in by 5 inches. You can decide to come in by 7 inches depending on your choice, while at the down part I'll be going out by 7 inches like so. Then I will connect the upper part to the down part like this. Remember what I said? I said that at the upper part I came in by 5 inches, while at the down part I went out by 7 inches, and then I will connect the upper part to the down part. And that will be all for this pattern cutting. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, so that you'll be aware when I drop another video.